Welcome back to the Mountain Views program. It's always been my goal for the physical studio here at Park City Television to have the feel of a clubhouse, where you come, you hang out with friends, and none of that artificial, stressy television. Have a great time here in the studio, and it's a real blessing to have friends like this guy, who I met right here in the studio on the show. Shout out to our pal George Charles Nelson III, who put us together. He's back for another visit. It's always so great to see my friend Marc Mickelsen. Hi,
yes,
brother. How are you, Manny?
Pleasure.
Great to see you.
It's great.
Sounding good, man. I think you always sound good, but your voice, there's a pathos, an intensity, a beauty that I don't think I've heard before, man.
Just working on the operatics.
Sure.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Whatever that is.
Sing from the diaphragm.
That's right. He told her to sing from her diaphragm.
What's going on,
Thank you,
Terry?
now I owe royalties to Steve Martin. Man, just doing the do. How's your summer so far? It's not very summery, but...
I think it's wonderful. Playing music, traveling around our great state. Went to Zion's, did Angel's Landing this summer with some friends and a cute girl, and so yeah.
Amazing how that little postscript on the end of that story, it's like, oh wow, that was a great time, huh? That was really good.
That's right, glamping this time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's the only style that I participate
really?
in. So now, for what is that? Because everybody's got their own personal definition. What does glamping mean to you, Marc?
I prefer to camp, but I am not opposed to a nice canvas tent with, indoor plumbing, shower, toilet.
Sure.
All the amenities.
That's in the camping realm. That's glam.
Yeah.
Right? We're pretty much used to it around home, but
right. I mean, but it's right there, next to the.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
Zion. So.
Zion's right. You said that.
So yeah, you've got the backdrop of our beautiful Utah landscape, and waking up with a wood burning stove and cook breakfast on it, have a adult beverage, maybe not in the morning, but if it's vacation, so
if
whatever.
You have to.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hurt anybody out there in the wilderness. Right on. What's happening with music? Are you playing a lot this summer?
I've been writing a little bit here and there, my goal is putting together a few songs. I want to get at least 7 songs together for a legitimate album. Great. So it's going to take a little time. The stuff takes a little while, but yeah. So we're kind of in writing phase. So the one that you heard today was my newest. The last one I sang, it's called Wildfire. That was my newest song.
Love it. I really like it a lot.
Oh, thanks.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah, so still kind of putting pen to paper right now, and making some tweaks, and sure. I've got a few others, but hopefully you'll have something worth putting out to the world. So,
any dates at all that you're
if I begin recording this year, I'll be happy. That's if I go into production or into the studio and start actually putting tracks down, I'll be happy this year. But I'm one of those people that I really want to make sure that that I've got a finished product before I step into studio.
Right.
So.
It gets expensive in the studio. Yeah. If you're screwing around.
Yeah. There's no time to mess around.
No, it's true.
You got to go in there knowing what you want. So at least with my experience. So.
For sure. What is songwriting like now, as opposed, right? We all have songs that we wrote a really long time ago, and stuff in between. Has the material that you want to talk about, the subject matter, changed? Is there anything that you're really focused on right now? Say, being in love or any?
Yeah.
This is an example. Would that be?
I'll play a song here. I was actually talking to Kate on the way up here. It's called Cocktails and Codeine, and the whole reason behind this song is actually I wanted to really paint a picture. There's no personal story behind it. It's more I had a picture in mind of you know, an ambiance that I wanted to put into a song, and so that's was kind of what shaped the song itself. I had a little riff, a little chord progression, and then kind of structured this image around that. So
that's cool. It's fascinating. It's always a topic that I'm interested in talking with different songwriters. The thing of autobiographic songs. I wanted to make up a word, you guys. I wanted to make up a word.
I made up a couple.
Autobiographicality. That's new.
Like President Bush.
TM.
President Bush made up a few, I think.
Exactly. Well, and I really am in that grand tradition. Hashtag mission accomplished. But it's an interesting thing of autobiographical writing versus just sort of being literary. I think of Vincent Draper, who actually, that's Carson Wolf, who created a character, Vincent Draper, to be a songwriter, which to me is really fascinating.
Yeah.
Is there a conscious balance that you make between the two, or?
No, I think, well, I mean, any song is about inspiration, so whatever's inspiring me at the moment. So, I mean, of course, I have songs that are what did you call it? Autobiographical.
Yes.
Is this a word? Yeah, this is a word.
This is a word that's getting harder the longer that this telecast goes on.
Yeah.
Like, I wrote a book about myself, and I don't know what that's called.
Yeah. So I've got, you know, some that you know, are really a reflection of my own life, and then some that you know, I might be putting myself in the shoes of a character that I've imagined. So I mean,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Such a great freedom to be able to do that and do it in a little digestible bit, and then go on to a new idea.
Yeah, you can
exactly.
do whatever you want.
There's no rules. Exactly. The beauty of songwriting. Awesome, man. Well, let's do this. Social media. Tell folks where they can follow along with you, and then we'll take a break and come back and.
Yeah, it's Marc Mickelsen. You can find me on. You can find me on SoundCloud, on Facebook, on YouTube. So.
And as we see here, actually, I think I got to take credit for the misspelling on the lower third. It's S-E-N, and we'll put that back up. Marc with a C and no O's in Mickelsen. And apologies to our director, Robbie Johnson, because I'm the one. That's right. Robbie's very self-conscious about spelling, and I'm the one who spelled. There we got it right. There it is. Marc Mickelsen. Musician. M to the third.
Does that mean I've made it?
Oh, yeah.
My name on the screen?
Oh, yeah. You go straight to the Grammys, buddy, right now. The Academy is waiting on you. I love you, man. Great to see you.
Good to see you
Thanks
too.
for coming in, and you got one more.
Yeah, one more.
Super sweet. Hey, you guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have more music with the most excellent Marc Mickelsen, musician, after this, because I love you.